Hey everyone, let's go over your assignment this week, which as you can see is we got to write an annotated bibliography by Sunday night. So you can find the instructions for this assignment. If you click on assessments and go to assignments like I just did, it will open up your assignments page. And if you download right here, the major assignment 2, annotated bibliography, it's going to create this document for you. So let's go over exactly what you need to do. So you've already given me a research proposal. Now we're going to write an annotated bibliography using 8 sources total. As you can see, we need 8 sources. 5 of your sources need to come from Galileo or Google Scholar. So you'll already have the one that you used in your research proposal. I gave you 2 more sources that you can use. Those are both Galileo or Google Scholar sources. So in total, if you choose to use the ones I put in your feedback, that's 3 academic sources already. You'll need to get 2 more on your own, and then you'll need to get 3 popular sources, which would be things like newspaper articles, websites, videos. If you're writing about something medical, it would be like WebMD would be a popular source. If you don't want to use a popular source, you can use 8 scholarly sources. It's just at minimum, you've got to have 5 scholarly sources. So once you've got your 8 sources, I want you to write a 150 word to 200 word source summary for each of those sources. We already wrote a source summary in week 2, so you should be familiar with this. And in fact, depending on what grade you made on that assignment, you can just copy over your source summary for that first one, and that can be your first source for the annotated bibliography. But what you want to do is you want to say what's the main argument of the source. How did the article make this argument? What methods did they use? You want to look at their methodology. What is the main conclusion or finding of the article? So we'll talk about this a little more in a second. But when I say the main conclusion, it's going to be what did they actually find in their study? Did they see an increase or a decrease based on what they were looking at? And if they did find that, how big was the increase or decrease? And then finally, I want you to bring in one specific piece of evidence that supports the main conclusion of that article. The reason that we do that, it's going to make it a lot easier when you start writing your research paper. You're already going to have some of that done. So as you can see, we need a citation of each source in MLA format, 150 word to 200 word summary for each source, and 8 total sources. And as a reminder, 5 need to be scholarly, the other 3 can be whatever, but 5 of them need to be scholarly, but you've already got at least 3 scholarly sources at this point. So let's go back to the home page, and I want to show you that I have made another little example for you so you can see what an annotated bibliography looks like. So let's take a second for this to come up. We click on the week 4 schedule. You click on annotated bibliography example, and again, I'm going to want you to download it, which is this button right here actually, this download button, because you can see comments that I made, and you can see that in just a second. So here's what your annotated bibliography looks like. So I'm going to go over a few of the key points, and I'm going to show you how to actually format it if you've never had to format one. So at the top, you're going to put your MLA style citation. Remember, if you go back and look at the course video from a few weeks ago, you can see how to get those MLA citations, whether that be through the Google Scholar or Galileo site, or whether that's through like a citation machine generator. So you've got your citation at the top, and then under it you have a nice short 150 to 200 word summary. This one's a little bit shorter, it's 114, but that's okay too. You're going to have 4 parts, if you remember from the assignment. Your first sentence should be like, what is the main focus? What's the main argument? Your second one should be, what method did they use to get their data? You can see that this person says in this article, they did some interviews with wildlife specialists. What is their general conclusion? They say turkey population is declining and predators are a factor. And then you want your specific evidence that supports this point. So you can see right here at the bottom, they've got this quote. So again, it's a source summary, 4 easy steps, main argument, method, general conclusion, specific evidence. So there are a couple things about the annotated bibliography we need to go over. One, you want to do a hanging indent for your MLA citation. You want your MLA citations to be in alphabetical order. So you can see all these are in alphabetical order from Broom to Collier to Cusick. You can see all of that. Some of you have never made a hanging indentation before, so I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. So to make a hanging indent, you want to highlight your MLA citation. Then up here on the ribbon, this is called the ribbon, you want to click this paragraph box. And then you'll see all of this comes up, and under special, you want to click hanging. And then when you hit OK, it'll make the hanging indent. The reason that we do the hanging indent for MLA citations is so we can see the last name of the author, because if you remember in your in-text citation, you use the last name. Now, once we have the hanging indent, you want to make sure that your paragraph is aligned with the second part of the text. So this is really easy to do in Word. All you got to do is you tab the first time, and this makes a normal paragraph, right? Then you click down to the next line, and you tab again, and now everything is lined up the way that it should be. So you can see what this one looks like, right? You have the citation, and then you have the summary under it. You all are already pretty good at writing those source summaries, so I'm not too worried about that part. Just remember, you got to put these in alphabetical order. That's kind of the most annoying part. I've got notes here on the side to remind you what to do in each part, and they're kind of instructions for how to do it if you forget or you can't watch the video for whatever reason. So let's get this turned in by Sunday. If you have any questions, just let me know. But I'm confident that you guys will do well in this. Also, if you can't find sources for whatever reason, just reach out to me and I can help you find a couple more sources. So in total, you're going to have 8 of these citations. So see you guys on Sunday. Or well, I'll wait for your assignments on Sunday, but obviously reach out to me if you need anything before then.